And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We have a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Folks, come on now. However you want to watch or listen, you can do that either in every way possible. We are on something. So alrighty, today is a big old Tuesday. We have an absolutely packed show today. We got to do our NBA player spotlight. We do that every Tuesday, Thursday. We have to do our NFL draft prospect highlight. We do that every day till the draft, baby. And we still have to talk about the NBA. We still got to talk about our stories. We have to do our moneymaker today. We forgot. We just plain forgot to do it yesterday. So we have all that today on the show. Let's do a little hints here. So for our NBA player spotlight today, we're going to be looking at a rookie who's been on the bench and has been elevated to the starting lineup. Little clue there. Big clue there. Y'all should know who that is if you listen to the show every day. And our NFL prospect that we'll be looking at is going to be the number 3 overall pick to the Miami Dolphins, baby. That should be enough of a hint for y'all there. So those are the 2 hints. That's what we got today on the show. So let's get into the stories of the day. And alrighty, so I may go berserk because Dolphins have received several calls for the 3rd overall pick. And folks, Brian Flores, once again, hey, I'm looking right at you. I'm speaking to only Brian Flores now. So if you're not Brian Flores, you can turn down the podcast, pause the video, fast forward. Brian Flores, do not take any of these calls. You can take the calls. Don't entertain them realistically. Maybe just be like, all right, that's what you want. All right, and then just hang up. Don't say anything. Don't offer any advice. Don't try and be like, yeah, we maybe are thinking about. Just say, yeah, we're not interested. Hang up the phone and go forward from there. Brian Flores, this is a luxury pick. You robbed the Texans organization. You've won. Don't try and get this pick and turn it into 3 more picks, like a late 2nd round and a 3rd round. No. You go and get Devonte Smith at number 3. You help Tua out. You improve the offense. You get a weapon for Tua, who is our franchise quarterback. Brian Flores, do not take any of these calls, and please, God, no, do not trade this 3rd overall pick. We've won. When you make that trade, you hope you get a big draft pick. You hope that team flounders. I mean, we traded Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Smith. I did not think we were going to get a 3rd overall pick. I did not think the Texans were going to be so bad this season that they would fall all the way down to the number 3rd pick. They just upgraded at wide receiver and got their line healthier. We did not think it was going to be this low of a pick. We were probably thinking like mid-20s, like low 20s, high teens, but now it translated to a 3rd overall pick. You've won, Brian Flores. You've won. You've won the long game. You've won the waiting game. So please do not mess it up. Get somebody at number 3. I would like for it to be Devonte Smith, but please just choose somebody at number 3. We already have 2 first-round picks. You need to take both of them. First-round picks are the only picks that matter in the NFL draft. Yes, you can get decent production, at the 6th round and 7th round. That can pan out. We know that. But for first round picks, that's really when you have your chance at everybody. Everybody in the pool in the 1st round, y'all can go and choose whoever you want, basically. So go and get the best players at number 3, and I believe we're at number 18 as well. Please just use this number 3 pick. Please do not trade it. I will go berserk. I will have to change fandom. I don't want to do it, but I will have to. Take Devonte Smith at number 3, please. All right, everybody else can tune back in now. We're all good. Alrighty, the top 100 plays, we got number 75 through 51. Yesterday we saw 100 through 76, and it was pretty good. I didn't like number 100 of the Patrick Mahomes incomplete pass. What is that doing there? Derrick Henry's runs, we saw 2 Derrick Henry runs. I want to see more Derrick Henry in the top 75 through 51. And another play that we have to be on the lookout is, this season's Miami Miracle, because it seems like every season we're having a Miami Miracle. 2 seasons ago against Brady in Miami, Tannehill to, I don't even know all the people that got there. But at the end, Gronk couldn't chase him down, and we win. And we win with the walk-off touchdown. So this year's Miami Miracle is still not up yet. We'll see if it's through 75 to 51. Should be in the top 10, honestly. We'll see where the NFL ranks it. But without further ado, here we go. The top 75 through 51 plays of the 2020 season. Let's continue here, and let's see what we get. Alrighty, number 75 is going to be a Russell Wilson pick 6 by this Rams defense, and we know this Rams defense was absolutely amazing all season. They held the teams to the fewest points all season, just under 300 points total given up. Alrighty, number 74 is a Patrick Mahomes pick. Ooh, they're doing that man dirty, this highlight package. Number 73, Deshaun Watson, Kiki Cutie fumbling at the 1 yard line. That is so classic. Every time they faced the Colts this season, the game ended on a fumble on the 1 yard line. Deshaun Watson did it. Kiki Cutie did it. And at number 73, that's what we get, the Kiki Cutie fumble at the 2 yard line. Classic. All right, 72, Derek Carr going 50 yards deep for a completion touchdown. Yes, sir. Nelson Aguilar with the 50-yard touchdown score. Number 71, Andy Dalton getting into the mix. A huge deep. Oh, damn. Woof. Look at this catch. Look at this. Oh, my God. Yeah, just look at this catch. Holy cow. Getting brought down 2 feet in bounds. Very well done. That's what honestly, that's what the Cowboys offense should have been doing all season long. I don't know why it took one game for them to be decent and every other game was trash. Oh, well. Oh, well. Alrighty, number 70, back to Patrick Mahomes in Week 12 to Tyreek Hill, the nice 75-yard bomb. Oh, and we get the deuces. This is the play that Tyreek Hill chalked up the deuces and Antoine Winfield's face, and then he returned the favor and got fined for it. How does Tyreek Hill not get fined for this? Still at the 5-yard line, chalking up the deuces, and he doesn't get fined. Come on, NFL, be better than that. All right, number 69, Tom Brady to Mike Evans, and he said, who gonna bring me down, huh? 2 players? No, I'm still going all the way for the score. Yes, sir, Mike Evans is a beast, folks. We know this. 68, Packers, what do we got here? Play action pass, Aaron Rodgers versus Saints. He sees it immediately wide open, and there it is. Yes, sir. Completion should be down at the 1 yard line to Allen Lazard. Number 67, Russell Wilson in the red zone. A beautiful rainbow lob all the way to the back of the end zone, and that's Tyler Lockett, baby. Yes, sir. That's cash money. Number 66, Tom Brady going deep. And it's caught. Ooh, boy. And this was the NFC Championship game that really ruined Aaron Rodgers' GOAT case. Unfortunate. Deshaun Watson at number 65. I mean, folks, look at this man. Look at this man. How do you not want to get this man on your team? Literally almost falling down, able to still get the arm strength there. Pure arm strength for like 25 yards down the field for the completion. Alrighty, Andy Dalton. Oh, no, this is Dak Prescott, Cowboys right here. Number 64, Dak Prescott going all the way down. And, oh, my goodness. Is that Amari Cooper? Yes, it is. The one-handed catch, absolutely fantastic. The Cowboys are going to be good next year, folks. Let's all relax. They're fine. They didn't have Dak Prescott. Russell Wilson going all the way deep to DK Metcalf for number 63. Oh, but the great defense gets the fumble, knocks it out of his hands, and this was when the Seahawks were good, unfortunately, and they still kind of beefed it on this play. DK Metcalf, man, what a kind of high and low season, fumbling right here at the 1 yard line, not taking care of the ball. Big Ben getting in on the action at number 62, going to one of his elite weapons here, who is at Juju Smith-Schuster for the score. 61, Derrick Henry, direct snap at the 5 yard line, and he punches it in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry's back, baby. That's 3 plays by this man in the top 100 so far. How are we not saying he's the greatest running back of all time? Oh, no, Mitch Trubisky? No, Mitch Trubisky gets in the top 100 at number 60? Ugh. Should have been an interception. Here we go. Mitch Trubisky from the 26-yard line here, going all the way down to Miller. All right. Is that Miller? Yeah. All right. Mitch Trubisky gets one. Mr. Trubisky gets number 60. Number 59 for the first down on 4th and 2 in the playoff game. Baker Mayfield makes the completion. Number 58. This is number 58? Okay. All right. A nice catch. Not even for a first down. All right. Number 57, a 59-yard field goal by the Chiefs to win the game in overtime versus the Chargers. This was a game that they all struggled in offensively and had to wait till the fourth quarter to score and in overtime. Number 56, we get a nice little run after catching. Oh, and styling on him over the hurdle. Man, if you get hurdled, that's got to be the most like demoralizing thing ever. Oh my goodness. Just look at the defender here, just like grabbing air. You looking like a fool out here. This is a film study that you would just close your eyes on. That's incredible, honestly. Hurdling somebody, I'll never understand how it works, but it does. All right, number 55, Dak Prescott back in the top 100 here. Zeke Elliott saying, who gonna stop me, huh? Just making room, going through all these defenders, and the man shows a six-pack at the end. Number 54, defense of the Jets is so trash that a 90-plus yard run here for a touchdown. Oh, no, he gets brought down at the 50. All right, a little lackluster there, but it was still a great play. Number 53, a punt. Is this going to be returned for a touchdown? Let's see. Jacksonville returning it at their own 10-yard line. Number 84, going the distance, and yes, sir, great blocking, only the punter to beat, and ooh, made that man look silly right there. The nice little hezzy inside, going right back outside. Chark the third. Well done. All right, 52, Russell Wilson going all the way to, who the heck is that? I think DK Metcalf. All right, number 51. Nice little reverse over to Jarvis Landry, and he's going to throw this like 40-yard touchdown bomb. Yes, sir. Jarvis Landry to OBJ. Gosh darn, two LSU players scoring at number 51 here of the top 100. Alrighty, so we get to see Derrick Henry back in the top 100. Love to see that. The man's got 3 plays. I think that's the most so far. Dak Prescott's got 2. That was pretty surprising. He's only played like 5 games. And we got Mitch Trubisky at number 60. Gross. Alrighty, tomorrow should be number 50 to 26, so we'll see what happens. Still not seeing the Dolphins miracle play, Ryan Fitzpatrick against the Raiders, and we're also not seeing the walk-off touchdown that Derrick Henry scored against the Ravens. I don't think it was in overtime. Was it? Yeah, it must have been, because it was a walk-off. I think in overtime, so still looking forward to that play. That should be at least 4 plays for Derrick Henry, all in the top 100. But we're back tomorrow with 50 through 26. Alrighty, now a lot of basketball news, and the coronavirus is back in the NBA. We went about 2 solid weeks, maybe even more than that, of like really no big COVID news in the NBA. Not a lot. I don't even think. I want to say no players were even like on the health and safety protocol list of missing a game. There may have been like 1 or 2 minor players here. I didn't really see any major players out, but it's back in the league here. Spurs have 4 positive tests of the coronavirus, and the league is postponing their next 3 games because of that. So unfortunate for the Spurs. It seems like they were just hitting their stride. I want to say they were on a 2 or 3 game winning streak. Let's update this. What do we got here? The Spurs are on a 2-game winning streak, so coming at a real bad time for them. Unfortunately, going to have to miss the next 3 games, and we'll see how they rebound. Hopefully, this isn't going to be a long, drawn-out process. Hopefully, they can get in and get out of this quarantine very quickly. And also to go along with that, Charlotte Hornets is once again, or not once again, they also are undergoing contract tracing, and they had the next 2 games postponed, unfortunately. So Spurs not playing the next 3, Hornets not playing the next 2. Truly unfortunate for the Spurs because they are rising. Hornets have been kind of lackluster, so this is probably a good time to regroup. What do we get here for the Hornets? 1-game losing streak, yeah. So take this time, get back on track, and try to make that playoff push once you return. Alrighty, and our next story here. I mean, it's not all bad with Russell Westbrook. I mean, folks, he's still great. And here it is by Bradley Beal, quote, on Russell Westbrook, quote, Russ pushes me. He makes sure I'm ready to go. And I think that's something I've definitely channeled this year. So Bradley Beal's averaging like 30-plus points a game, which is absolutely ridiculous. So fantastic to that man. And then, Russell Westbrook, he's elevating Bradley Beal's play. He's holding everybody accountable. I mean, he's a presence that you definitely do want in your locker room. He gets everybody hype. He gets everybody ready to go. I mean, if you see a guy on your team going 1,000% in every single game, that's going to motivate you to go 1,000%, and maybe not every game, but get you, definitely amped up to go. And Bradley Beal is attributing some of his success this season to Russell Westbrook. So we don't love to clown the man all the time. I mean, it honestly hurts me when I have to clown Russell Westbrook because he's such a great athlete and a great sports player, just a great teammate. He doesn't always make the right decision, and he's always out of control, on the floor, which is, his downsides, but it's not all bad with Russell Westbrook. So this is why he's still like in the limelight. We still have to respect him a little bit, and this is why he's always kind of on teams with great players, because great players recognize other great players and they elevate their play because so. But this is Russell Westbrook is not somebody that you can like be the one superstar on the team and everybody else is just like rookie or role players. He does not elevate them at all because, you know, he's a little brass out there. I don't even know if that makes sense, but if y'all understand it, then it does. But Russell Westbrook, not all bad by this man. Alrighty, it's going to be official, folks. We know this, but Andre Drummond is going to be out of Cleveland. We saw Cleveland sitting him for no reason. That means they're going to be trading him, and unfortunately, that means that Jared Allen is going to stay a Cav for the rest of the season because they're not going to get rid of both of their bigs. The Nets, Clippers, Celtics, Raptors, Hornets, and Blazers are all listed as potential suitors for Andre Drummond. I'm sure every team would love Andre Drummond. He's fantastic. He's still getting it done. He's a very solid starter if you want to use him as a starter, but even a better bench player, honestly, if you would save him for the bench. If he goes to the Nets, they'd have DeAndre Jordan and Andre Drummond. That's a great 1-2 combo off the bench and in the starting lineup. The Clippers could definitely, they don't even actually need him. They still got Zubac, but get this man as well. Celtics would be the most desperate team to get this man, in my opinion. Andre Drummond is easier, better than, so much clearer, better than Daniel Tice and Robert Williams and Tristan Thompson, maybe all put together, honestly. So I think the Celtics is probably the best fit. The Celtics need to make a huge push to go and get Andre Drummond. Unfortunately for the Celtics, they don't have a lot to trade. I mean, who are we trading here? Do you get rid of Tristan Thompson and Robert Williams? Because I think the Celtics would like to try and keep Daniel Tice, or maybe they get rid of Daniel Tice and move Tristan Thompson to the bench and Andre Drummond to the starting lineup. But it's not like the Celtics have a lot of capital to try and trade. They got rid of maybe their one luxury piece in the offseason of Gordon Hayward, so you really can't trade him. You can't trade Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I mean, that cannot happen. Marcus Smart, you may be able to trade if he's healthy enough for a trade to pass the physical. And Kemba Walker, I think you still need him. You can't trade Kemba Walker for Andre Drummond because you're just kind of switching around, you know, what you're good at or what you're bad at, and now you don't have a good point guard. So Celtics, they don't have a lot of pieces to trade, but I think that's the best fit for Andre Drummond in the Celtics. Raptors could definitely use them. Hornets could use them. Yeah, I mean, we want the Hornets to try and get somebody else. We like Cody Zeller, but maybe he's better off the bench. And LaMelo Ball with Andre Drummond, I would love to see that. And Andre Drummond to the Blazers here, the last candidate that's listed here. I don't think it's a huge need. The Blazers are already fine, and they got Nurkic. Once he finally comes back, they'll be even better than what they are now. But I think the Blazers have a lot of other pieces. They really don't need Andre Drummond, and I don't really want to see anybody traded off that Blazers team. I do not want to see Derrick Jones Jr. not on a good team, truly. And if he goes to the Cavs, he's going to be awful. Unfortunately, he'll just get washed into oblivion, unfortunately. So I would say Andre Drummond to the Celtics is the best fit for the Celtics. If he goes to the Nets or the Clippers, the rich get richer, unfortunately. But we'll see where he goes. Alrighty, the All-Star Game. A lot of heated debate there, whether it should be played or not, but the NBA plans to have the three-point contest and skills challenge during the pregame of the All-Star Game. So this isn't going to be an All-Star weekend, it's just going to be one day, and they plan on having the dunk contest held at halftime. So I don't know what's going on here. The dunk contest alone is like an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour alone, so we're going to have like an hour halftime? What is that going to be about? Like this game is going to be dragged out. If you have the three-point contest, that alone is once again about a 30-minute, 45-minute, maybe even an hour segment alone. So we're going to have that three-point contest, the skills challenge. I mean, put them both together. That's going to be an hour and a half of like regular time on how they usually do it. So I don't know how they speed any of this up, who's going to be participating in this. Also, the dunk contest, everything's going along on at the same time. This is going to be like a 5-hour event, maybe. And if that's what they're going for, that's fine, but I don't know how they're going to try and get this done. They're trying to squeeze everything into one day. We'll see what happens. The NBA is, they definitely seem like they need to have this All-Star game happen, and they're trying to squeeze every piece of this All-Star weekend that is, the usual in the NBA, trying to squeeze it into one game, one day. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to be rushed, and it's not going to be good if it's rushed. Alrighty, and this man, Blake Griffin and the Pistons have decided that Griffin will sit out until they figure out his playing future. I mean, folks, we've been saying this all season. Blake Griffin is not good, and is definitely not good on this Pistons team. He's hurting his team more than he's helping his team, averaging about like 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, putting up 6 3-pointers a game, shooting more threes than he is getting rebounds. He's not doing anything out there. We see him no points, no assists, no rebounds, shooting wildly from 3, which we know he's not good at, not even all right at. He'll have like 1 game. If you're hitting like a good game of 3s out of like 10 plus games, that's not good. You're not good at hitting 3s. You got lucky 1 game. So Blake Griffin and the Pistons are going to try and figure out what to do with this man. Trade him. Where does he go? I heard the Nets floating around that Blake Griffin would go to the Nets, and I swear to God, if Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan team up and win a ring with the big 3 of KD, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden, and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan get a ring before Chris Paul, I will explode, folks. I will go out of my mind. But Blake Griffin, he doesn't fit anywhere. He's not going to be great anywhere. Maybe off the bench he'll be all right, but that's really anybody that was decently good, that was kind of an all-star or superstar at any point during their career will obviously always flourish off the bench. I mean, we're seeing Derrick Rose having a great bench game, when he was, MVP one season, the talk of the league at one point. So Blake Griffin to the bench, that's probably where he belongs the most. We'll see who gives him a chance, but I'm not expecting any great things from this man for the rest of the season. Alrighty, and then the last news story of the day. We now have to be fading the Lakers a little bit here because Anthony Davis is going to be missing 2 to 3 weeks with a calf sprain, unfortunately. MRI showed a re-aggravation near his Achilles, so they definitely got to keep it easy with him, take it easy with him, and they're saying that he could return sometime after the All-Star break. So without Anthony Davis, this Lakers team is just meh. I mean, we're seeing Dennis Schroeder not step up. Kyle Kuzma still kind of hit and miss on some games. Obviously, LeBron is still great, but he needs some other help. Montrezl Harrell has been stepping it up a lot, though. So, we'll see kind of how the first maybe 2-3 games go without Anthony Davis, seeing if Montrezl Harrell can elevate his play to kind of make up for all what Anthony Davis does, the scoring, the rebounding, the low post game, the threes, the great defense, defense on Jokic and all of that, the better bigs in this league. So we'll see how Montrezl Harrell steps up, but everybody else we haven't seen step up anytime. This goes back to even when AD was playing. So got to start fading the Lakers a little bit. We know LeBron can do it all himself, but he still needs a little bit of help, and the Lakers are not giving that to him just yet. Alrighty, let's quickly go over what happened yesterday in the NBA. We will quickly go over kind of just what happened in all the games. We'll go a little bit deeper into the stats. We'll do our money maker. Then we'll hop over to, oh my God, I forgot we have to do the NBA All-Star selection as well. Today is the last day for voting, so we will lock in our picks officially for the All-Stars. We have to do that as well. Oh my goodness, so much to do. So let's go through all this NBA very, very quickly. Here we go. Pacers and the Bulls. Pacers losing. Come on, Pacers. This is why we don't buy them at all. They are not contenders. They are pretenders. There's no reason why you should be losing against the Bulls. And is this a 2-game losing streak for the Pacers? 1-game losing streak? All right. Still not great, and they're still, hit and miss. They're 14-14. If you're not beating the bad teams consistently, I don't even want to hear from you. And that's what the Pacers are doing right now. So Pacers lose 120-112 over the Bulls. Rockets without Victor Oladipo, I believe. I do not believe Victor Oladipo played this game. And he did not. So, we know that the Rockets should not win those games, and they didn't. And the Wizards win the game, 131-119. John Wall's first game back against the Wizards. That's where he was his entire career. And they lose, and Bradley Beal drops 37. And, the Rockets, without their main 3, Victor Oladipo, John Wall, and Christian Wood, are just a lackluster team. And now they're 11-16. They were trending up at one point. They were like on a 4-game winning streak, and now they're just a mad team. Unfortunate. Alrighty, Knicks and the Hawks, and love that this Knicks team is back on track here, rolling well. What are they on? 3-game winning streak. Love to see that, man. Unfortunately for the Hawks, there's not much you can do with this team. Nobody really steps up besides the usual suspects. John Collins, Trae Young, Clint Capella, those are the three best players on this team, and no real great contribution from anybody else, and that's why they keep losing games. They have to get other players involved in the offense consistently. They also have to start shooting a little bit better as a team, and this Knicks team, they're deep, folks, and Julius Randle just dropped a 44-piece on this Hawks team, so Julius Randle goes crazy and the Knicks win again. I want to see this Knicks team in the playoffs, and so far they are. Loving it. Alrighty, 76ers and the Jazz. No Joel Embiid for the 76ers, and they lose the game. That is just classic right there. We'll see if Danny Green steps up. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. Classic Danny Green. And Jordan Clarkson, the sixth man of the year, was playing like a freaking all-star MVP candidate in the starting lineup. The man dropped 40 darn points, folks. Absolutely killed it. So Jazz win 134-123 over the 76ers. Warriors beat the Cavs. Easy. This Cavs team is not good. That one game against the Nets was a fluke game. They're back down to earth. It's only Jared Allen's the only good player there now. Unfortunate. So Warriors get the win 129-98 over the Cavs. Cavs aren't even putting up like 100 points. And like every team is putting up like wild amounts of points, like 120, 130 consistently. I mean, the Nets are always putting up 130, 100, even 40 points sometimes. And this Cavs team can't even get to 100 on most games. So they don't even have the scoring ability in this kind of high offensive powered league that is going on this year. Pity the Cavs, truly. Alrighty, Clippers without. Are y'all ready for this? There's a lot to them. No Kawhi Leonard, no Paul George, no Nicholas Batum, and no Patrick Beverly, and the Heat still lose. Come on, Heat, come on. Clippers win 125-118 over the Heat, and this Clippers team is super deep, folks, and they all rise to the occasion. Marcus Morris putting up 32 huge points. It's just nobody else can really step up consistently for this Heat team. And we'll talk about their starting lineup in a little bit, but Kelly Olynyk is truly hindering this Heat team as a starter. Alrighty, and then the last game of the night, Nets and the Kings, and the Nets get the win. No Kevin Durant. He's going to be out for probably maybe a week or two, recovering from a little bit of an injury. And this is not great by this Nets team. I mean, there's no continuity. There's no consistency with the big three all playing together, which is definitely something that has to get, better as the season progresses, and I'm sure it will. They're just kind of at a bad timing between figuring out the lineup, figuring out what works, and, just being healthy together at the same time. So unfortunate there by the Nets, but they do still get the win 136-125. Well done by the Kings, competing, put up 125 points. Not bad. It's just hard to outscore this Nets team. Kyrie Irving's great. James Harden's great. Joe Harris is still there. Come on, it's just a little bit too much. So Kings, very well done. Great effort. Unfortunately lose. It's just the Nets, folks. They're too explosive. Even without Kevin Durant, still explosive. Alrighty, let's go a little bit deeper into these stats, and we'll go a little quickly. Got a lot to do today on the show, so let's start here with the Pacers. Domantas Sabonis, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Classic game by him. Justin Holiday, 15 points. Miles Turner, 11 points. Malcolm Brogdon, great game by him. 23 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists on 40% shooting from the field, taking 25 shots. So that's not bad. 1 of 7 from 3 for the man, so that's not great, but everything else was pretty darn good. TJ McConnell, 19 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and they got a good contribution from Jeremy Lamb off the bench with 12 points and 5 rebounds. So overall, classic game by this Pacers team. Everybody was doing decent in the starting lineup. I mean, everybody put up like 10 plus points. That's exactly what you want to see. And you got a good bench contribution, of 15 points or 12 points by one player. That's also good, but they're just not winning games. Something else has to happen. They have to start having somebody else step up now. I don't know who that's going to be, but they are missing probably a second superstar maybe. I don't know, man. This Pacers team, they're just not winning consistently, and it's unfortunate. Alrighty, the Bulls now. Zach Levine, 30 points, led the team. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 44% shooting. Not bad by him. Garrett Temple, 16 points. Kobe White, 19 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Alrighty, Kobe White, 1 of 6 from 3, so not, his great 3-point shooting, his great scoring production, but everything else was really great, and when you take it into consideration, it was pretty good. Thaddeus Young still getting it done off the bench, 13 points and 11 rebounds. Thomas Satoransky, 13 points off the bench, and Denzel Valentine, 11 points off the bench. So, I mean, look at this. 3 players all in double-digit scoring off the bench, while the Pacers only have 1. I mean, that will do it right there. Alrighty, so that was Bulls and the Pacers. Not buying the Pacers, still not buying the Bulls. Classic game right there. Alrighty, let's move on to Rockets and the Wizards. Let's start here with the winning team, the Wizards, and Russell Westbrook, 16 points, 15 assists, 13 rebounds. Yes, sir. He still had 5 turnovers. Unfortunate. We want to really see that be brought down to 3. We'll allow 3 turnovers if Russell Westbrook is still putting up triple-doubles like this, and this is good, folks. I do like his play like this. Not a main scorer, more assisting, more rebounding, just kind of a floor general. He still took 22 shots. I mean, the man is shooting 36%. It's still not great, but everything else is pretty good. Got to start cutting down on the turnovers, and that's something we know is never going to change. We're just hoping for at this point. Bradley Beal, 37 points, 8 rebounds, shot 58%. Very well done. What else we get here? Moritz Wagner, 15 points. Rui Hachimura, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Garrison Matthew, only 3 points, but only took 2 shots and played 12 minutes, so not bad there. And then look at this great contribution off the bench. Davis Bertans, 18 points. Robin Lopez, 12 points. Raul Neto, 12 points. So that's real great there. Really just Russell Westbrook cut down on those turnovers. Stop taking 22 shots a game because we know it's not the greatest percentage. And I think we've got a decent team here in Washington who can maybe turn it around. Let's see where they are right now on the standings. Do they have a chance if they make a big splash before the trade deadline? Can they make a push? Currently, they're number 14 in the East at 8-17. Woof. And the A seed, they are 4 games out of the A seed, 4.5 games. So it's doable. It's something that is doable. Definitely with Bradley Beal going absolutely wild this entire year. I mean, he's averaging I think he's averaging like 32 points a game, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't even know what would make this team better. Maybe a better big for the pick and roll. I don't know. But Russell Westbrook probably wouldn't be able to handle that efficiently. I don't know. I really don't know what this Wizards team would need. Definitely just another superstar. So you have the 3 of Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and whoever else they get. But this is a team that shows some promise. I'm a big fan of Rui Hachimura. I think he's a great 4. Robin Lopez off the bench is usually decent. Bertans is usually defense. We've been calling his name pretty consistently. So Wizards, they have a chance. They just need another player at the trade deadline. We'll see what they do. Alrighty, Rockets. No Eric Gordon, no PJ Tucker, no Victor Oladipo. No chance at winning, truly. So John Wall in his lone game back has to try and do it all himself. John Wall's like, I'm getting revenge when I get back there in Washington, and everybody else on the Rockets was like, yeah, we're not even gonna play. So good luck to that. Good luck to you. But we're not gonna give you any help out here on your revenge tour back at Washington. So John Wall goes 29 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds on 38% shooting. Womp womp. 1 of 7 from 3. Once again, a womp womp. David Waba in the starting lineup, 19 points, 11 rebounds. DeMarcus Cousins, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Deshaun Tate, 18 points. Daniel House Jr., 17 points. So they really had great contribution from their starters. They really all stepped up. David Waba, and who is it? Daniel House Jr., usually off the bench. Deshaun Tate is usually still in the starting lineup. Usually he's the 3, though. I think they moved him to the 4 for this game. So, I mean, the starters all did pretty good. I mean, once again, this is exactly what you want. Everybody scoring at least 10-plus points. Somebody's got like 20. People close to like 20-plus, 25-plus. A lot of players are close to 20 as well. So, I mean, this is a great starting lineup. But, I mean, we just told you Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, Victor Oladipo, still no Christian Wood. So now there's no depth. And that's exactly kind of what we got here. Sterling Brown put up 9 points. That's not bad. Ben McLemore, 7. Mason Jones, 6. It's just nobody in that double digits. And it definitely hurts them a little bit, especially with the firepower that the Wizards were playing with last night. So, Wizards get the win, 130-119. Moving on, Knicks and the Hawks. Let's start with the Knicks. Absolutely love it. Julius Randle, folks, absolutely murdered this game. 44 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, shot 7 of 13 from 3, 63% shooting overall. Absolutely fantastic game. And RJ Barrett was still able to get 21 points and 6 rebounds. So fantastic. He shot 57%. Derrick Rose only putting up 8 points and 3 assists. assists and 3 rebounds, so decent game by him. And then who do we get here? Emmanuel Quickly, yes sir, 16 points, 5 assists off the bench in 21 minutes. This is fantastic, folks. Everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing. Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, all handling it down at the at the reserve spot off the bench. So truly, this Knicks team is great. We may become a Knicks show, a Knicks fan show. We'll call this Takes by Knicks. My name is Nick. We're talking about the Knicks. Takes by Knicks. That's the new title of the show because we are big in the Knicks, folks. Alrighty, let's go to the Hawks now. Trae Young, 23 points, 8 assists. Well done there. Does not shoot well, though. 31%. Not going to get it done. 1 of 4 from 3. So he's got to be a little bit more consistent. Got to shoot a little bit better here. Clint Capella, 15 points, 18 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds. Love it. Add an assist, a steal, 2 blocks to his game. And now we're talking about the real deal. So very well done to Clint Capella. Cam Reddish went for 16. John Collins went for 19. So decent there. Kevin Huerter definitely did not do good here. Starting guard, 8 points, 5 assists on 16% shooting, 2 of 12 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. So Kevin Huerter's game was off, unfortunately, and they lose. Danilo Gallinari off the bench, 16 points, 5 rebounds, fantastic there. And Skylar Mars, 11 points off the bench, not too shabby there either. But Trae Young shooting poorly, Kevin Huerter shooting poorly, and they lose the game. So, I mean, besides Trae Young and Clint Capella, real no consistency anywhere else, unfortunate. Alrighty, so the Knicks beat the Hawks 123-112. Alrighty, Jazz and the 76ers, and as we said, no Joel Embiid for the 76ers. So let's start here with the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell, 24 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Didn't shoot well, 37%, unfortunate. Rudy Gobert, 11 points, 9 rebounds. A little light by him. A little unfortunate that he kind of got a little clamped up. He made all of the shots, fortunately, for Rudy Gobert, but only the 9 rebounds, a little light. Mike Scott only had 1, so, compared to comp. All right, so not bad. We're usually, used to Rudy Gobert going for, like 15 and 12, 15 points, 12 rebounds, but 11 points, 9 rebounds here. All right, with no Joel Embiid. All right. Rice O'Neal, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Bojan Bogdanovic, 11 points, 5 rebounds. And Joe Ingles starting for Mike Conley. Once again, going great. 20 points, 5 assists. Yes, sir. Shot 2 of 5 from 3, 66% overall. And, folks, the 6th man of the year, Jordan Clarkson off the bench. 40 points off the bench in 29 minutes. Absolutely amazing. 8 of 13 from 3, 65% shooting overall. Absolutely well done. Jordan Clarkson came here to play. And, I mean, this is what we're talking about, folks. When the starting lineup is a little lackluster, it's not even that lackluster. It's pretty good. 2 people with 20-plus points, everybody else with 10-plus points. That's still good. And then you get off the bench a 40-piece. Come on. This Jazz team is the best team in the league. We got them at number 1. Jordan Clarkson is so freaking good off the bench. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, almost unstoppable. Joe Ingles steps it up when Mike Conley's not there, and you got yourself a true team there, true deep team. Alrighty, the 76ers, well, Jordan Clarkson went for 40, and Ben Simmons says, I'll do you one better. 42 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. What a game by Ben Simmons, and this is what we love. I mean, Ben Simmons was like, I hear all the chatter of like, they need to trade at least Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. You got to trade at least one of them. They don't work together. Who is it going to be? Who works better? And Ben Simmons was like, all right, this is where I can prove y'all. If you wanted to keep going with that same narrative and get rid of Joel Embiid, well, I'm going to be putting up 42 points and 12 assists, so I can still get it done. So Ben Simmons steps up hugely in the absence of Joel Embiid, knows that, points need to come from somewhere because Joel Embiid is a very great scorer anywhere on the court. So Ben Simmons makes up all the scoring by his lonesome. 42 gosh darn points. Holy moly. Seth Curry, 11 points, 1 of 4 from 3. All right. Not terrible. Mike Scott in the starting lineup as the starting center in place of Joel Embiid, and he didn't have a great game, 6 points and 1 rebound. You think Joel Embiid will ever put up 6 points and 1 rebound in a game? I don't think so. Tobias Harris steps up as well, 36 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists on 58% shooting, 3 of 5 from 3. Absolutely magnificent. So we get Ben Simmons stepping up, Tobias Harris stepping up, Seth Curry not stepping up, and that just leaves lone old Danny Green. Did he step up or not? Well, let me tell you his stats, and then you decide. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist on 16% shooting. Is that stepping up? No, come on. Danny gosh darn Green. It's every time with this man. Ugh. Ben Simmons steps up 42 points. Tobias Harris steps up 36 points. When your main MVP man is not in the starting lineup, people need to step up. Ben Simmons is the number 2. Tobias Harris is the number 3 when Joel Embiid is on the floor, and the number 2 and number 3 step up. Number 4 can't in Seth Curry. Number 5 can't in Danny Green. What is going on? Come on, guys. Alrighty, Furkman Korkmaz, not a great game. No points, 2 rebounds in 20 minutes. Come on. And a plus-minus of -15. Worst on the team. So, once again, he did not step up. And we don't expect him to step up. He's a bench player, but still, somebody needs to start stepping up besides Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. Alrighty, Matisse Thybulle, only 5 points, only took 3 shots, so we'll give him a little bit of a break there. Dwight Howard steps up huge, love it. 14 points, 12 rebounds, that's how you do it, Dwight. And we've seen great spurts of Dwight, and that goes back to last year in the bubble for the Lakers. Absolutely well done by him in some games there. Steps up here with no Joel Embiid and puts up 14 points and 12 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds as well. So, I mean, what a great night by Dwight Howard, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris. Everybody else did not step up. Come on, man. Not stepping up when you need to be stepped up. Probably my biggest pet peeve. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Warriors and the Cavs. Let's start here with the winning Warriors. Steph Curry, 36 points, 6 assists on 7 of 11 from 3, 68% overall. The man is great, and we know this. Kelly Oubre Jr., 14 points, not bad there, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, shot 43%. So once again, not bad by Kelly Oubre Jr. Third highest scoring starter in his team. So, I mean, that's kind of what we expect. Andrew Wiggins is the better number 2 than Kelly Oubre is. So, Andrew Wiggins, 15 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 rebounds. Shot 38%, so a little light there, but still getting it done, a +7. Not great, definitely compared to everybody else, but just a nice game by Andrew Wiggins, and he's usually really consistent. And this is a pretty consistent game. Juan Toscano Anderson, 13 points, 5 rebounds, making the most of his starting lineup here. Absolutely love it. Now that, Wiseman is not in the starting lineup anymore, they moved Draymond to the 4 to the 5, and Juan Toscano Anderson has really been stepping it up the entire time he's been in the starting lineup. So love it, love it, love it. And then Draymond Green, 6 points, 16 assists, 8 rebounds, just doing what he does. Great defense, leadership on the floor, passing the ball, rebounding. You don't need him to score because you've got shooters all around him, but you just need him to do everything else, and that's what he does. So Draymond Green, a huge part of this Warriors team. We do not acknowledge any Draymond Green slander ever, and he's having a great, decent season. Great, good, decent. Good's better than decent. Let's go with good. A good season here for Draymond Green. Alrighty, also off the bench, we get Michael Mulder, 12 points, and Eric Paschal, 14 points off the bench, and 8 rebounds to go along with that. So, not a bad night by the Warriors. Now we go to the Cavs, and we still see Andre Drummond did not play. We know that man's getting traded. Jarrett Allen goes to the starting center position, and he puts up 13 points and 14 rebounds, a la Rudy Gobert. Jarrett Allen is Rudy Gobert. Can we get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Jarrett Allen needs to get off this Cavs team. Come on. Colin Sexton, 23 points, 5 assists. Darius Garland, 16 points, 3 assists. Isaac Okoro, only 2 points, 12% shooting. Not great there. C.D. Osman, I think he's back in the starting lineup here. Yeah, very well done. C.D. Osman in the starting lineup as the number 3 here. 17 points, 10 rebounds. Nice night from him. Very well done. And I think his first game in the starting lineup. Very well done. Stepping it up. Love to see it. Alrighty, and then JaVale McGee off the bench, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and then Demain Dotson with 10 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. So not bad. It's not a bad team. They just don't have a superstar on their team. Colin Sexton is not a superstar. Jarrett Allen is a rising star in this league. How long is he? He's like 4 seasons in? 3 seasons in. Get this man off this team, man. He was with the Nets when they were bad. They finally got good. They get rid of him. He goes to the Cavs, who is not good at all, and he's going to stick here. Darn it. All right, Warriors win 129-98 over the Cavs. 2 more games to go over. Let's get through these quickly. Let's start with the Clippers, and we said no Kawhi Leonard, no Paul George, no Patrick Beverley, and they still get the win. So who stepped up in their absence? Well, Marcus Morris goes to the starting lineup and drops 32 gosh darn points. I mean, he was stepping it up off the bench every single night, and he rises his game even more in the starting lineup here with the most points for the team. So absolutely fantastic, and he shot fantastic. 73% and 6 of 8 from 3. What a night from Marcus Morris. Stepping it up when your number's called. I'm all about it, folks. And Marcus Morris has been doing it all season. Love it. Alrighty, Serge Ibaka, 7 points, 9 rebounds. Lou Williams, 18 points, 10 assists. Terrence Mann, 15 points, 7 rebounds. Once again, in the starting lineup, stepping up his game. Reggie Jackson, unfortunately, did not step up his game. 6 points, 8 assists. Alright, he did have 8 assists. We'll give him that. Didn't shoot well, 33%, but it also didn't take a lot of shots, only 6 shots in total. So I will say not a bad night by Reggie Jackson. And then look at this. I mean, when your bench, when you have bench players going into the starting lineup, now you probably think your bench is going to be a little underwhelming, right? No, because this Clippers team is deep. Luke Kennard off the bench, 10 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Zubac off the bench, 22 points, 8 rebounds. Amir Coffey, 15 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds off the bench. That's 3 bench players all in double-digit figures, and that's absolutely fantastic. And they shot so freaking good as a team. Holy cow, 55% as a team. Gosh darn, these are some great percentages. Amir Coffey, we got to talk about these. Amir Coffey, 71% off the bench. Zubac, 81% off the bench. Luke Kennard, 50% off the bench. Terrence Mann, 62% in the starting lineup. Lou Williams, 40% in the starting lineup. Serge Ibaka, 37%. A little light there. Marcus Morris, 73%, as we said, and then Reggie Jackson at 33%. So what a great game by this Clippers team. They're deep, folks, and they don't even need any of their stars. Love it. So the Heat just ran into a bad night of the Clippers, unfortunately. Jimmy Butler steps up big, 30 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. That's a triple-double, folks. But Kelly Olynyk, he needs to get out of the starting lineup. He is hurting them more than he is helping them. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 of 6 shooting. Of what is going on right now, of all these players being out, Bradley being out, Goran Dragic being out, who else is out? Yeah, that's really it, but in their absence, I really think the only thing you can do is elevate Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup, Kelly Olynyk off the bench, and I think you would have some decent success of that starting lineup of Andre Iguodala at the 4, Bam at the 5, and Kelly Olynyk comes off the bench. Kelly Olynyk is decent off the bench. He's never been a great starter in this league. Andre Iguodala, he's fantastic. He's been in the league forever. That's why he's on the bench, because he's a little older, can't really run a full game at the starting position. But I think Eric Spoelstra has no chance, or has no options now. You have to get Kelly Olynyk out of the starting lineup. I know he's only playing 14 minutes, but still getting off the slow starts, having Andre Iguodala build that kind of chemistry with the starters alone, I think that could be a huge difference maker of this Heat team with all these outs, all these non-players. So we'll see what they do, but having Kelly Olynyk in the starting lineup has proven that it does not work. Alrighty, Bam Adebayo, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, a monster game from that man. Duncan Robinson, 13 points, 4 rebounds, shot 3 of 11 from 3, 27%. Not great. He's got to start stepping it up a little bit more too. Kendrick Nunn can definitely step it up a little bit more, 6 points and 1 assist. Come on, 33% shooting. Tyler Hero off the bench. All right, now we got somebody stepping it up. Tyler Hero, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 10 from 3, 55% from the field. So what a nice game from Tyler Hero, but just nobody else steps it up here. No Kendrick Nunn stepping it up. No Kelly Olynyk stepping it up. And they're a little light on the depth because Avery Bradley, Goran Dragic not playing. Alrighty, so the Clippers get the win, 125-118. Alrighty, now let's go to the last game of the night, the Nets and the Kings. We'll start with the Nets. Kyrie Irving, 40 points, shooting absolutely magnificently, 9 of 11 from 3, 81%, and 68% from the field. What a monster game, because he's not the point guard anymore, folks. James Harden, 29 points, 14 assists, 13 rebounds. Oh my goodness, this man is absolutely magnificent. And Kyrie Irving, James Harden on the same team. Who thought it would work as well as it is working? We saw James Harden with Russell Westbrook. That didn't work. We saw Russell Westbrook with Kevin Durant. That didn't work. But James Harden and Kyrie Irving, unfortunately, it's looking like it was Russell Westbrook who did not belong. Truly unfortunate. Already, Jeff Green, 13 points, no rebounds. Interesting. James Harden was getting them all. James Harden was like, my rebound, I'm the guard here. No, center, back off. This is my board. Joe Harris, 10 points. Bruce Brown, only 3 points. But they did get some solid bench contribution. Tyler Johnson, 10 points off the bench. DeAndre Jordan, 10 points, 8 rebounds off the bench. And Landry Shamet, 13 points off the bench. So very well done to them. Stars doing what they're doing. Bench, great contribution, and they get the win because of it. Now the Kings, what happened here? De'Aaron Fox, 19 points, 8 assists on 47% shooting. Not a bad night by him. Marvin Bagley, 19 points, 7 rebounds. Great game by him. Corey Joseph, 22 points, 5 assists. Great game by him. Buddy Hield is at the 3 now. So we see Corey Joseph elevated to the number 2, and Buddy Hield goes to the number 3, and he still had a great game at 21 points and 6 of 9 from 3. Harrison Barnes goes to the 4 and does not have a successful night here. Only 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 25% shooting. They did get some decent bench contribution. Hassan Whiteside, absolutely magnificent game off the bench. 26 points and 16 rebounds on 80% shooting. Fantastic. And then Tyrese Halliburton, the rookie, 10 points off the bench as well. So they put up 125 points. That's still really great scoring output there. It's just the Nets. They've got a lot of more firepower than the Kings do, unfortunately. Alrighty, that's all the NBA from last night. What do we got on deck today? Well, we got 2 primetime games. We got Pelicans and the Grizzlies. That's going to be a great one at 8 o'clock on TNT. We'll see what happens on this game. We'll see what the line is. So far, I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Grizzlies. They've been a little bit more consistent than this Pelicans team has been. Raptors, Bucks also on tonight. Lakers, Timberwolves on tonight. Blazers, Thunder, and then the other nationally televised game is Nets and Suns. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Still no Kevin Durant, but Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton should be all good to go. 10:30 on TNT. Make sure you watch this game. And then, as we said at the top of the show, the Spurs games are going to be postponed. So Spurs Pistons tonight is postponed, unfortunately. Alrighty, so let's try and squeeze in our moneymaker. Then we got 3 topics to try to go over quickly. So here we go. Alrighty, so here we go. All right. What do we got here for the lines? Let's get this moneymaker. We forgot to do it yesterday, but hey, let's clear our minds. Win a day without thinking lines. Back at thinking lines. Let's knock it out of the park here. So here we go. Nuggets, Celtics minus 2.5. I cannot trust this Celtics team, folks. Now, the Nuggets are very good, and they're getting some points here. Let's double check that everybody is good to go for this squad. Let's see what we get here. If everybody's good to go for the Nuggets team, we're taking them +2 all day. Paul Millsap is out. Will Barton is out. Gary Harris is out. What the hell is going out? PJ Dozier is out. Monte Morris is out. What the heck? Marcus Smart is still out. Daniel Tice is out. Oh, so we're rocking with Tristan Thompson and Robert Williams versus the big Joker. You want to know how I got these scars? Come on, let's get the Nuggets +2.5 here. Yes, sir. As long as Murray and as long as Jokic are playing, Celtics are banged up themselves. Let's see what we get. Actually, let's not be that confident quite yet. Let's go back to the Nuggets' last game here. Who else was putting up points? Alrighty. So Paul Millsap, we said he's out. He contributed 10 points. We said Monte Morris is going to be out. He put up 10 points. Alrighty, so Michael Porter Jr. is definitely going to have to step it up more. What else do we get here? JaMychal Green will have to start stepping it up. RJ Hampton will have to step it up. But I think we're going to go, Bobo might even get some minutes here. Yeah, we're going to take the Nuggets +2 here. Let's take the Nuggets +2. They are banged up. But the Celtics without Daniel Tice, that's their best big that they have. Jokic's going to eat all day. He'll make up all the contributions from Barton and Paul Millsap and all that. So, and Monte Moore. So Nuggets +2.5, even with all the outs, we're going to take the points there. Alrighty, Raptors and Bucks, definitely going to stay away from this one. Bucks should eat all day down low. This Raptors team a little floundering here as of late, so we'll stay away from it. Raptors +6, Bucks -6. No great value, in my opinion, there. Lakers and Timberwolves. What do we got? Lakers -6.5, and we just told you at the start of the show we are fading the Lakers now that AD is out. Karl Anthony Towns, he could have a freak day out here and mess around and get the win. So we'll stay away from it. Montrezl Harrell is going to have his hands full of Karl Anthony Towns this game. Timberwolves +6.5 is a little appealing, I won't lie, but let's see if we get any better value anywhere else. Pelicans, Grizzlies, half a point difference, and I think we're gonna take this one. Grizzlies -half a point. We're gonna believe more in the Grizzlies than the Pelicans. We like what John Moran and Valanciunas is doing. Dylan Brooks is absolutely a great number 3 option in this Pelicans team. We know Brandon Ingrams is gonna step up. We know Zion Williamson is gonna step up, but Steven Adams has been floundering. He's gonna go against Valanciunas. I'm gonna go Valanciunas in that matchup. Lonzo Ball against John Morant. I see a lot of picks of John Morant, honestly. So we're going to go, there's really no spread here. You're just picking the winner, ±half a point. We're going to take the Grizzlies here at the win at home. Alrighty, last 2 games here. Blazers, Thunder. Blazers -5.5, and I really like the Blazers and what they're doing. The Thunder, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing? If he's not playing, we'll take the Blazers -5.5. If he is playing, we'll have to reconsider a tad, possibly. We know that the Thunder have been winning even without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out. Who's out for the Blazers? The usual suspects. So let's take it, baby. We'll swallow the 5.5 with the Blazers. And the last game, Nets, Suns. Suns -5.5. Wow, the Nets are getting 5.5 points. That is interesting and appetizing. What is going on with this Nets team? Is Kyrie not playing? No, everybody's good. What's up with the Suns team? Everybody's good. Wow. We have to take 5. Whenever you get points with the Nets, regardless whether you win or you lose, you must take these points. They put up so many points. Kyrie Irving, they've got so many hitters on their team. You have to take these points here. I know the Suns are a great team. Don't get me wrong. I love the Suns. I love Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. But, I mean, come on. This Nets team, they've got the firepower. We got to elevate this 3-teamer that we were fine settling on, but we have to take these points with the Nets. I mean, if you get 5 points with the Nets, you're kind of crazy not taking that against any team. I don't care who's playing in the big 3, doesn't matter. Who they're facing doesn't matter. If you get the Nets with 5 points, we have to take it. We'll live and die by it. I don't care. So here we go. We got a nice 4-team moneymaker here. Nuggets +2.5, Grizzlies -half a point, Blazers -5.5 points, and Nets +5.5 points. The odds are +1,200, so you put $100 on it, you win $1,200. Gosh darn, that's great. This moneymaker, we didn't do one yesterday, but this is the hitter here today. 4-teamer, makes some nice money here. Gosh darn, this is some great value here, honestly. Yeah, this is some great value here. Nuggets with points, Nets with points, Grizzlies swallowing no points there. The only one that we're swallowing a lot of points on is the Blazers, but it's against the Thunder. They should have decent success. So, we're feeling good, folks. I would even put $200. Put $200 on this moneymaker right here. You're winning $2,600. Gosh darn, that's great money. $200 on that. Love it. Alrighty, let's go to our first of 3 main topics here. Today is the final day of All-Star voting. So let's take a look at what our All-Stars are. Let's see if we have to make any changes. Has anything changed up until this point? So let's see what we get. All right, let's start here in the East with our guards. We had Trae Young and LaMelo Ball. Oof. All right. I feel like Trae Young has been floundering a little bit. Why we put Trae Young in the starting lineup here is because his play was translating to wins. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They're currently out of the playoffs now. So I think we are going to have to trade out Trae Young for somebody. Unfortunate. So let's see what we get here. Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, not going to do Jaylen Brown, not going to do Zach Levine. James Harden, yes, that's the man we're going to put in. We're going to give this man the respect he deserves. He's flourishing in the system that has so much talent around him, and he's de-elevating his game to elevate those around him, and kind of even elevates his own game by de-elevating his own game. Does that make sense? But it's happening here. So we're going to give James Harden the spot here, give him a Trae Young spot. Now, do we still keep LaMelo Ball? Is there anybody else great that we should be putting in here? Let's take him off here just so we can kind of see around. And I also do want to elevate James Harden to the number 1 guard spot. So as a number 2 guard, should we give it to Bradley Beal? But it's not contributing to wins. It's unfortunate. LaMelo Ball, they're going to be missing the next 2 games because of the COVID outbreak. Do we take him off just because of that? Do we put Ben Simmons in there? Great defensive guard. He just stepped it up last game without Joel Embiid. That shows me a lot. Danny Green, we would never put you, ever, ever, ever. If he gets 1 vote, I'll be upset. If Danny Green, if 1 person voted for Danny Green, I'm upset already. Alrighty, I think. Alrighty, let's lock in. Damn, I still do want to do LaMelo Ball, though. We're not going to do Kyrie Irving because we already have a Nets player. Trae Young we just took out. Zach Levine's is not translating to wins. Jaylen Brown, I think Jason Tatum is better, and I'm not putting Jason Tatum in here. Bradley Beal, yes, he's playing great, but once again, he's not elevating those around him. Even his kind of his on-floor, just kind of his on-floor body language, even in wins, is not good. I don't even like it. So we're not going to give it to Bradley Beal, not going to give it to Irving. We already got James Harden in, so I think we're going to go right back to LaMelo Ball. We're going to keep LaMelo Ball. We're just going to take out Trae Young, unfortunately. Alrighty, so our guards changed a little bit, solidifying Harden and LaMelo Ball. Now Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and Jarrett Allen are all of our bigs, and I think we're good enough to keep them on here. Jarrett Allen is in the starting lineup now because Andre Drummond's getting rested, and he's having a great performance, so that's once again vindicating our opinion of putting Jarrett in the starting lineup. Joel Embiid is still the MVP. Jason Tatum is still great. It's just the Celtics team is just lackluster around him, so we're going to keep all of our front court the same in the East. So our only one change in the East is James Harden instead of Trae Young. Alrighty, now let's head over to the West. We are definitely keeping Damien Lillard 1,000%. He is the most clutch player consistently in the NBA. Now let's go in to see if we still keep Chris Paul, which I think we are going to do. Donovan Mitchell, I would love to keep him, but he does have a lot of other talent on his roster. We just saw the 6th man of the year put up 40 points. So we are going to stay away from Donovan Mitchell, even though it's a very solid choice. CJ McCollum's been injured. Doncic isn't really elevating the play around him. Now he is. Are they on a win streak right now? What are they on? No, they're on a 1-game losing streak. 5-5 in their last 10. Still not in the playoffs. So we are going to still be avoiding Luka here. Steph Curry's great. Obviously, we can easily put him in the spot. I just think Chris Paul is doing a little bit more than everybody else. So we are going to still keep. We're still keeping Chris Paul and Damian Lillard in our front court. We're going to elevate Damian Lillard to the number 1 guard and Chris Paul to the number 2. LeBron James is still staying in our front court. Jokic is still staying in our front court. Let's see if we sub out Andrew Wiggins. I don't think so, but let's take a look at everybody else that we have. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, I mean, they're taking games off here together, and everybody's stepping up. So we're going to kind of exclude them, unfortunately. Remember, we had Christian Wood initially, but then he got injured, so we unfortunately had to take him out. Jonas Valanciunas is another serviceable option here. We just have two kind of bigger players down low of Jokic, so we're probably not going to do Valanciunas, unfortunately. And I still think Karl Anthony Towns is a decent vote now that he's back, but, he's missed a lot, so we can't put him on there. Zion and Brandon Ingram are two also great people that you can put in here in the starting lineup, but I really just think Andrew Wiggins here, what he's doing, consistently being the man there in Golden State. We know we can count on Steph Curry every night, but Andrew Wiggins is like, hey, you can count on me as well. So think we're going to still keep Andrew Wiggins. Rudy Gobert, definitely a solid candidate as well. Marcus Morris, once again, I can go a little deep in this West, folks. There are a lot of great front court players, even Montrezl Harrell, folks. If voting didn't end today and we got like another week of voting, we possibly could have elevated Montrezl Harrell into an all-star if he was playing good at that starting lineup position now that Anthony Davis is out. Unfortunately, voting ends today. Yeah, I think we're going to keep it. So we're going to keep Andrew Wiggins. We're going to keep Jokic and James. So really our only one person that we had to swap out was Trae Young, and that's because, 4-game losing streak. Come on. We liked you because, you were elevating your team around you. You were winning games when you had kind of a lackluster roster overall. So very well done to James Harden, LaMelo Ball, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Jarrett Allen in the East, and very well done to Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, Jokic, and James in the West. And I'm going to name the all-star of our all-stars of the top 10 that we've chosen right now. If we have to crown our one lone all-star, it is going to be, drum roll please, Damian Lillard. I'm giving it to Damian Lillard, folks. He is the all-star of all all-stars. He's stepping it up without CJ McCollum and Nurkic in the lineup, elevating those around him, just being clutch after clutch after clutch. I can't even count how many clutch threes he's had this season. I can say it's probably 10 more than the second most person that y'all can think of, honestly. So clutch, consistent, stepping up. Two big players not even playing really for a huge chunk of the CJ this season. So Damian Lillard is our all-star of all all-stars. He's not our MVP, but he is the all-star of all all-stars of what we've chosen here in the East and the West. So we will submit this voting. This is our official all-star voting here for the 2021 season. Well done to all those picked. Alrighty, we got we accidentally spoiled our NFL prospect pick, but let's just continue here in the NBA here with our player showcase. We do this on every Tuesday and Thursday in the NBA season. We just started last week on last Thursday with Trae Young. He's been floundering a little bit, letting us down. Did we jinx Trae Young by shouting him out? They're on a 4-game losing streak ever since that video happened, so unfortunate to them. But today's NBA player spotlight, player showcase is going to be one of these all-stars here, folks, and it's going to be LaMelo Ball. Super impressed on what he's doing here. Let's go over his stats here. Rookie, obviously, started in the bench and averaged 12, 7, and 7. And since he's made it into the starting lineup, he's averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on 43% shooting. You can round it up to 44. It's 43.7. And then from 3, 35.4% from 3. And he's shooting 80% from the free throw line. So he's really kind of their best scorer on the Hornets. Do I dare say that? He's absolutely impressing me the most, so we're going to shout him out here. Decent rookie season already, getting better, elevating his own play, getting into the starting lineup, and I couldn't be happier for this man. So with the stats, we have to watch the film, so we get a nice little 8-minute highlight package of LaMelo Ball this season and this season alone. Could he be going for Rookie of the Year? Let's see what he's got. So this is all the highlights all the way up to, they uploaded this on February 2nd. So not much of this month, unfortunately, but still the closest that we can get of all this season. So here we go. Shout out this man, Golden Hoops. He's got 647,000 subscribers. Gosh darn. One day we will get there. One day. But here we go. LaMelo Ball, flashy highlights, great season, rookie, now starter, and an all-star in our opinion. And the first highlight we get is him going up for the rebound and dunking over Sabonis. Yes, sir. Nice little spin cycle there. Lobs it up. Very well done. I mean, just look at how fluid this man's game is. And then he makes the unselfish decision to pass it off to, is that Malik Monk? Somebody along those lines. Alrighty, LaMelo Ball takes this mid-range jumper himself. The spin cycle, right, left, fake back, jump back. There it is. Step back, yes, sir. And cashes in the mid-range jumper. Once again, just boxing out, getting the rebound. Yes, sir. And then is able to finish right back. Grabs the rebound here, leaks out. Oh my God, a behind the back pass. This is absolutely magnificent here. The vision, the no look behind the back pass that goes for the layup. Holy moly, this man is getting it done on every end of the floor already, and we absolutely love it. Another rebound here in a full court outlet pass to Gordon Hayward, who hits the mid-range J. Yes, sir, the full court vision of LaMelo Ball. Give this man some respect. Very well done. Absolutely fantastic. All right, the 2-on-1. He's going to get a little flashy here. Yes, sir. The man can dunk. The man can dunk. All right, another look at this. Oh, once again, he cuts to the basket, gets the open lane. He could have made an easy layup there, but makes the unselfish decision to drop it off. One more extra pass here. Absolutely magnificent. This man is balling. Unselfish, can get it done. Crashes that steal right there and then dunks with some flair. Yes, sir. And that was huge. I mean, they were down 5 at that point in the fourth quarter against the Raptors of the highlight that we just watched. And that dunk by LaMelo Ball closes it out to a 3-point deficit. So very well done. Clutch buckets there. Another clutch dump off. He draws the double team at the basket, dumps it off to number 8 again, and he's there to score. Nice defense there, forces a steal, and now he's got 3-on-2, and he makes the absolute perfect pass here. We have to watch this one more time. Look at that. The bounce pass just so flawless, effortlessly, and he gets it done. Step back 3, cashing out there. Yes, sir. The 3-pointers are good as well. Look at that huge step back. Was that over his brother? That was. Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect on your own brother. Woo! Hitting a step back 3 against your own brother, Lonzo Ball. Yes, sir. Love it. All righty, here we go. 1-on-1. Waits for the trailing man to get there. Dumps it off. Very well done. Look at that. I mean, just what a great play. Just everybody involved. A great steal. I believe that's Terry Rozier. Instantly on the steal, you see LaMelo Ball start to leak out, and that's when the transition offense begins, and he hits the trailer right there for the dunk. All right, LaMelo Ball takes the contact there, absorbs it, hits the layup, gets the and one. All righty, LaMelo Ball leaking out here. Oh, unselfish, 2-on-1, throws up the lob, and they come down with the slam. Yes, sir. The vision of this man, the passing of this man is absolutely fantastic. All right, hustle to the ball, hustle to the steal, dunks it on the other end. The hustle of this play, folks, the hustle of this man, I'm all about it. He's an all-star for all these reasons here and more. Wide open 3, cashing out. Hits them with the 6-point lead in the third quarter because of that 3. Another 3 off of a little light screen there. Got to guard this man, close him out on the 3-point line. And then if he's driving, you better wait for that lob because he's alley-ooping, baby. Oh, my God, another alley-oop. And this one he throws from the 3-point line. Yes, sir. Sees that. What is this? Who is that? Number 0 for the Hornets. Instantly beats his man. LaMelo sees it. His vision is fantastic. Another one. This one's even deeper than the 3-point line. This is like halfway from the 3 and mid-court, and he sees it, and the absolute perfect touch on this alley-oop pass is magnificent. Don't do it again. He's getting deeper, folks. 3 straight live passes, all further than the one before. Absolutely magnificent. And once again, he's just not assisting on lobs. He's assisting on wide-open 3s, a kind of full width of the court pass from the left side to the 3-point line on the right side, and he hits the 3. Great pass there. Inbound pass right here. Smart. Just smart. There's 0.9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're up 3. All you have to do is not turn over the ball. And what does LaMelo do? He throws it off of a non-looking Sabonis right here. Just going to inbound it. And as soon as the ball touches Sabonis, the clock runs. And before Sabonis can even react to what happened, the game is over at that point. So absolutely magnificent work by LaMelo Ball. The intangible IQ, the tangible of all the passes. The man can get it done. This man is absolutely fantastic and has truly deserved that starting position, and I'm saying truly deserves to be an all-star. Cashing out a 3 there, yes sir. Driving layup, can finish over everybody, anybody, it doesn't matter. Here we go, full court transition offense. Guy was already down there cherry picking, and Lonzo Ball sees him, yes sir. The vision, the passing, the dunking, the layups, the 3, it's all fantastic here by LaMelo Ball, the rookie. LaMelo Ball, nice little another assist there for the layup. Hitting Gordon Hayward in the corner, and Gordon Hayward's always almost cash, so yes, sir. LaMelo Ball hitting the 3. Decent defense there. Nice steal there at the three-point line. Once again, just passing the ball forward, getting that transition offense out to the fast start that it is, and everybody's running on that transition, and he hits the open person on every single time. So LaMelo Ball, what else do we get here? Another assist. He's down at the paint, hits somebody at the three-point line at the top of the key, and they drain it. Once again, Gordon Hayward draining a 3 assist off of LaMelo Ball, driving. Now he draws both defenders, so he bounce passes it behind him to a wide open, unchecked 3-point shooter who cashes out. Yes, sir. LaMelo Ball and Fred VanVleet about to dribble right by him, and there it is. You draw the double. Siakam comes up and helps. Then you leave under the basket wide open, and that's when the lobs come out, folks. LaMelo Ball on Siakam again, and there it is. Making the extra pass, wide open, driving baseline. Siakam is flat-footed, and there it is. McCall Bridges for the dunk. McCall Bridges again, the alley-oop 2-on-1. LaMelo Ball, the vision, the unselfishness, how many times do we have to say it? Another 3 cashing out here against the Nets, tying up the game in the third quarter. How many more highlights does this man have? He's a rookie off the bench. He shouldn't be having 8-minute highlights, but he does because he's so deep. His game is so great. He does everything. Here it is. And once again, just waiting for the trailer. Right here, it's kind of 1-on-2. You're losing this kind of fast break, so he kind of slows it down a little bit, hesitates, waits for these trailers to get there, and then makes that extra pass. He's so patient with it. He doesn't try to rush anything. He waits for the best game decision, the best basketball decision, whether it's going to be a 3, a layup where he gets contacted, a layup where there's no contact, or a free pass at the 3-point, or to dump it off. He makes all the right reads. Going inside, handling that layup right there, fantastic. Working on Valanciunas inside, big defender, small defenders, it doesn't matter. LaMelo Ball will be able to kind of get around you. Here it is, kind of a nice little outlet here to Gordon Hayward for the 3. Working the ball around. Mo hesitates to pass. Oh, this time he doesn't pass the ball. He's got the fake passes in his arsenal. Drives to the bucket, absorbs the contact, and makes the layup. Yes, sir. Here it is. This time he makes the pass to Cody Zeller, drops it off, and he's able to get the dunk because of it. Yes, sir. A 3-point shooter coming off of a high screen, and he hits them. LaMelo Ball from 3. Cash out wide open. Gordon Hayward makes the pass to LaMelo Ball, kind of a step beyond the 3-point line, and he's still able to hit it. And there it is, the pass to Gordon Hayward for the dunk on a 2-on-1 transition. Classic cash. LaMelo Ball kind of toying with a bigger defender on him. Cashes out from 3. I believe that was Valanciunas on him. And we still got more highlights here, folks. One more. Let's keep it up. Against the Heat, just dribbling, toying with the... Is that Duncan Robinson? And then he draws that second defender. I mean, his play is just so great. Drawing the double team and leading Cody Zeller all alone underneath the basket for the easy dunk. LaMelo Ball cashing out threes. Yes, sir. The ball works his way over to him in the corner, and he cashes out the three. He's deadly with the three. He draws the double team. He drives to the basket. He lays it in. He dumps it off. It's going to be for 2 points, regardless. So absolutely super impressed with LaMelo Ball. Fantastic rookie. Best ball brother that is currently in the NBA, and I am expecting big things from him in the future. This man is a true starter in this league, and I wish him all the success there on the Hornets, as much success as he's able to have with kind of the pieces around him. But very great showing so far. We're already starting to get 2/3 into the season, starting to hit the halfway mark, and he's absolutely showing out. Alrighty, so now let's go to our NFL draft player prospect. We're doing this every single day up until the draft to get us ready for our live draft show. Night 1, round 1 of the draft. We will be live, just hanging out, watching the draft, talking about the draft, and that's what we're doing, folks. So getting ready. Yesterday we started with Trevor Lawrence, and today we're going to, if you could have guessed it, we gave you hints at the top of the show. Number 3rd overall pick to the Dolphins will be Devonte Smith, wide receiver from Alabama, 6'1", 175-pound Heisman winner for 2020. So let's break down his stats. We've got a nice little highlight package of him as well, and we'll see how Devonte Smith is looking. We'll take notes if needed, see what we're seeing by this man, and so let's jump into these stats now. He's got 4 seasons at Alabama, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior season, all there, 4 straight years. The man must have graduated. Bitch, I graduated. Call me Big Fish. Yes, sir, Meek Mill, and Devonte Smith getting that degree. So even better. So here we go. In 2017, the SEC freshman wide receiver only played 8 games. Only had 8 receptions for 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. 8 receptions for 3 touchdowns. They were using that man in the red zone, yes, sir. But he got even better. And then in 2018, he played 13 games, 42 receptions. So stepping it up, 693 yards, 6 touchdowns, yes, sir. Then 2019 happened. Tua Tagovailoa, 68 receptions for 1,256 yards and 14 touchdowns, yes, sir. And then his Heisman year, senior season, 117 receptions, by far the most he's ever had in an entire season, 1,856 yards, yes, sir, 23 touchdowns, absolutely absurd, 23 touchdowns. Alrighty, let's kind of go into some games here. Let's kind of see what he was doing with Tua in 2019. Let's go to some game logs in 2019 here. Getting a feel of what he's doing on a game basis here. Alrighty, what do we got here? 54 yards, 47 yards, then rips off a 136-yard performance, 2 touchdowns, back to 26, then back up to 274 yards and 5 touchdowns against Mississippi in 2019. Gosh darn. 99-yard game, 18-yard game, 67-yard game, 213-yard game, 2 touchdowns, 92-yard game, 94-yard game, 80-yard game, 56-yard game. So he closed out the season very, very well. And then against Michigan in their bowl game, able to beat Michigan, able to get the win. Very well done. 3 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown against Michigan. Alrighty, that was 2019. Let's kind of see what he did this year, his Heisman year in 2020. All right, we got to go back here. Game logs of 2020, he had 23 touchdowns. Absolutely magnificent. So here we go. Game 1, 89 yards, no touchdowns. Game 2, 63 yards, touchdown. 164 yards, touchdown. 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. 73 yards, no touchdowns. 203 yards, 4 touchdowns. 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. 231 yards, 3 touchdowns. He just had a span of 4 games of all 100 and plus yards, and 2 of those games were 200 and plus yards. Absolutely great 4-game stretch here. Then he took a little dip with 22 yards. no touchdowns. Then he's right back at it. 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. 215 yards, 3 touchdowns in the bowl game, in the championship game against Ohio State. He went for 215 yards and 3 touchdowns. Talk about monster performance. I mean, in the first bowl game, in the playoffs against Notre Dame in 2020, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then in the championship game against Ohio State, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns. So getting it done in the bowl games, getting it done in the regular season, that's a complete player to me, folks. We said that we evaluate bowl games very heavily because you've got so much time to prepare. You should be, doing your best, especially in bowl games when, most college defenses are not good. And now in the bowl game, you have a reasonable opponent, a comparable opponent to you. You cannot be floundering in those bowl games. And we just saw Devonte Smith, Heisman, senior season, doing it big in the biggest game of his entire career, championship game in 2020. He gets it done. So the stats are super impressive to us. Absolutely love it. So now let's see if the film agrees with us. Shout out College Films on YouTube, 9.6 thousand subscribers. This is where our highlight is coming from today. So here we go. What Devonte Smith did in 2020. Another reminder, all the film we are watching is going to be this year alone unless there is a prospect that did not play this season. Then we'll go back to probably last season. But this is what we're going to look at, their 2020 season. What did they do this season? That's what we want to see, and that's what we're going to get from Devonte Smith. So here we go. The film is a little bit zoomed in, a little bit more than I liked, but this was the best kind of film that I got in totality of not more than, 15, 20 minutes. We're trying to stay between like 6 and 10 here, and we get 6:47 here. So this is the best highlight package I could get, and it's still workable. It's still doable, but we can't get, the timing, the score, kind of like what we'd like to see. But here we go. Devonte Smith, wide receiver for Alabama. Here we go. 2020 highlights. Let's roll the tape. Mac Jones is throwing him the ball. Oh my gosh, who we will be looking at. He is a definite prospect that will be drafted this season. But Devonte Smith right here, back of the end zone, goes up and gets the ball one-handed, folks. He's only 6'1". It's not like he's 6'3", 6'6". That's wild. He's just 6'1", little old Devonte Smith there. Goes up one-handed and can secure the catch. Catching abilities looking right great off the rip, folks. Alrighty, back in the red zone, Devonte Smith one-on-one and going up and getting it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Devonte Smith winning one-on-one matchups. And now if we have Devonte Smith and Devontae Parker for the Dolphins, who both can win 50-50 balls one-on-one, I'm all about it. And we know Tua loves throwing. That kind of one-on-one matchup in the red zone if it's there. And we see Devonte Smith catching all these one-on-one matchups single-handedly in the end zone. Love it. Alrighty, 2 plays in, and I'm already about this man. Here we go. Beats the defender here. 50-yard touchdown. Yes, sir. This is kind of why we get a replay right here. Just blows right back by the cornerback. Safety, it's too slow to keep up with them, and Devonte Smith is there for the touchdown. All right, back on the goal line here from the 2-yard line. Devonte Smith back of the end zone. Not a greatly thrown ball. Devonte Smith has to kind of come back inside toward it a little bit. If he keeps going outside, that's easy all day, but still able to get his foot down very, very close at the back of that end zone. Now, in college, you only need 1 foot. In the NFL, he wouldn't have been able to catch that ball, so that is something that we have to keep an eye on. All right, here we go. Keeping the film going here. Mac Jones goes all the way deep, and once again, we get another shot of Devonte Smith behind every single defender here. Just right here. The speed is great. Just beating defenders right there, running some great routes. Alrighty, now we get the slant game. And then his speed cutting right back to the outside, and he is gone, folks. So he can kind of do the slants like Julio Jones does. We get a nice little replay here of how he did it. He went out there and blocked, sold it, and then he caught it on the slant, broke it right back to the outside, and beat everybody else to the end zone. All right, a nice little screen play right here. And that's fantastic. We know the Dolphins do like their screens a little bit. Watch it one more time. Great blocking out in front. Makes that first defender just miss. I mean, you see the defender break down right there, and then Devonte Smith hits him at the outside run, and he's able to turn the corner. Can't get brought down. Great blocking out in front. Absolutely fantastic. Shout out number 8 for the block there. Draft number 8. Who was that? Grab that, man. Blocking wide receiver. Love it. Alrighty, here we go. Another play going deep. What is that? Like 2 steps ahead of this defender. I mean, you cannot keep up speed. Look at him just burning him right off the rip. These defenders in college obviously aren't the fastest, but still, we're not going to penalize you for burning a defender. How lame is that? Right here, burning another defender for LSU right here, just off the rip. This is one-on-one matchup. That nice little kind of natural rub play right there, able to break free, and he's able to go all the way down the sideline for the touchdown. All these are against LSU. What is going on right here? I think, is this not the same play? They show the same play back to back. All right. Ooh, tight throw here. Knows he's going to take a shot, and he still has the concentration to reel the ball in the red zone. Able to get it done. Here it is. I mean, look at that throw, folks. Well done by Mac Jones. That's an absolute perfect throw. And Devonte Smith coming across the middle. Know he's going to take a hit. Able to still hold on to the ball. And here we go. Yes, sir. Lightly underthrown here by Mac Jones. The double move by Devonte Smith beats the defender all day, but it's a little underthrown, so Devonte Smith has to go and challenge the ball, and he's able to come down with it. So absolutely fantastic. Wide open here, able to get behind Ohio State's defense. Yes, sir. Is this the national championship game? It is. So even in the national championship game, if you have a linebacker on Devonte Smith, you're going to lose the game. We just saw it right there. And is he on punt returns too? What is this? Devonte Smith returning a punt up the middle, too fast, sayonara, touchdown, Bama. Yes, sir. The man can return punts as well. Love it. Look at that vision, the speed. He doesn't do any unnecessary moves. He's not like he's out in, cutting in, weaving in and out. He does like one weave, and he's going to beat you with his pure speed right to the end zone. We saw that on all the routes he was running. We saw it in the kickoff. And right here, he just gets behind literally every single part of the defense, wide open for the touchdown. All right, Mac Jones buying time. This is now a improv play by Devonte Smith coming at the back of the end zone. Tight coverage on him, and he's still able to make it. So here we go. This is all improv coming right back to the ball. Just keeps on coming back, and he's able to catch the ball, and that is tight coverage, folks. We got to slow this one down a tad. Let's get this slowed down. Playback speed. Here we go. Let's play it at 25%. Here we go. Here it is, back of the end zone. Look how tight. I can't even believe the ball got in there. Woo! Great throw, great catch, concentration, coming back, playing back to the ball. He knows how to play the receiver position, folks, and I love it. All right, back to normal speed. Here we go. Right. Oh, yes. I can see Tua and Devonte Smith running and hooking up. One-on-one matchup. Corner of the front of the end zone. He comes back to the ball. 2 feet in bounds. NFL catch. Places it right on the money. Tua's going to be doing that as well. Love it. Alrighty, and then here we go. Once again, just beating defenders. He can beat defenders. He's beating Georgia's defenders, Ohio State's defenders, LSU's defenders. I mean, folks, these are decent defenses. We're talking about top tier in the NFL or top tier in the college football programs. Here he is just sprinting all around every piece of Notre Dame's defense here in the first round of the playoffs. And there it is. I mean, he just finds the open space. Once again, open right here. There he goes. Bingo, bango. Right there against Ohio State again. Just coming across the middle of the field, unblocked. Too fast to keep up with. And then he just beats everybody to the corner of the pylon for the touchdown. Another one. I mean, come on. You're going to press defense, man, single coverage defense in the red zone against this man. You're going to get burnt. You're going to have a bad time. You're going to lose the game. Once again, just beating him to the inside. Look at that. Look at that nice move that he puts on the defender here. Once again, let's slow it down a little bit. we get a better angle on the second replay. But here we go. I mean, you got to watch this defender up top. He can either come in outside, he plants that left foot, digs into the right back inside, and then it's able to beat the defender. Wide open catch now because the defender had to play the outside and the inside. Devonte Smith sells the outside so great that the defender was stumbling around a little bit. In the red zone, dump off to Devonte Smith, beating Ohio State, yes sir, to the corner. His speed is something great, folks. I want to see this man clocked officially in a 40, but what a great season by him. Heisman winner, 1,800 yards, 117 receptions, and 23 total touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 6 of his 23 coming in bowl games, championship games, playoff games, so absolutely magnificent. Devonte Smith at number 3, Dolphins, please take him. Please take him. Alrighty, that is going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're back tomorrow with another draft prospect. Who will it be? You have to tune in to find out, folks. 73 days for 73 prospects to get us ready for the draft. That's our mission. We're sticking to it. 2 days down. Trevor Lawrence, Devonte Smith. These players will be going high in the draft. How high? Hopefully 1 and 3. Hopefully not any lower than that. But yeah, we're back tomorrow, noon Eastern, live. Twitch.tv/takesbyfans, breaking down the NBA, cashing in our moneymaker, doing another draft prospect. That's what we got on the show. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We're back tomorrow, like always. Alrighty, we are out of here.